Hello reformers and welcome back to Pendor. Now when we left off we were in Jatu territory attempting to complete yet another bounty quest for the Rangers of the Clarion Call. Now I've progressed a little bit on that by just doing a couple of Jatu hunting parties and eliminating them, and you can see that right here we have about 20,000 out of 5,000 there. Not too bad, pretty easy to do. Otherwise we are now here at Shieldstorm Keep, which is currently under siege by some of the Kingdom of Sarleon vassals, and there's actually someone that I want to speak to here because I was actually told by the comments here that I didn't explore all of the options, and so we're going to go back here and we're actually going to ask him, because I didn't ask him at that point. I don't think I did, at least. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, "May I have the honor of visiting with your daughter, Lady Sonadel?" Very well, as far as I'm concerned, I suppose she can see almost anyone she likes, within reason, of course. Okay, so there you go. He's apparently perfectly fine with that, so that's fantastic, because I was actually reminded by this, because she actually just sent me a message, and it says, I have to get there within 4 days. 4 days, okay, let's go. Let's go as soon as I can, and we'll see what we can do. Now, I have rescued a couple of prisoners from the various Jatu parties. I missed out on rescuing about 10 maiden cavalry, which would have been absolutely fantastic to add to our ranks, but, well, it's okay, because I've done a little bit of swapping around in Seven Cross Keep's garrison as well. So basically I've just put in all of my mercenary units. I've put them all in so that the garrison reduces the wages, and then I've taken out some Sarleon units from there instead, because they have less costly wages, because I was actually having units that were costing me 155 per week just for one of them, so it's pretty crazy in comparison to 80, so, you know, I'm basically saving, you know, 50% of that, so that's pretty awesome. Otherwise, we are now here at Kelradan Castle. We're going to visit Lady Sonadel, and we're going to speak to her about potentially having a marriage here. Alright, so, yeah, do you think that we have a future? Yes, there we go, alright. Oh, Lord Beartilt, how happy that would make me. Go ask my father for permission. Didn't I just do that? Well, yeah, it seems like we now need to go back and ask him again whether we will be able to actually go through with the marriage. But he's already kind of said that it's okay, but, well, I guess it's okay to see her, but not okay to marry her, so to speak. So at least we have the go-ahead to actually see her now, instead of, you know, going behind his back this whole time. Well, never mind. Now, as you can see here, Sir Jocelyn has returned, and he's returned with a whole bunch of Silvermist halberdiers, rather amusingly enough, considering Silvermist doesn't really like us at the moment. We also have a couple of Radiant Cross Plague Wardens and one Knight of the Dawn. So he's now returned to us, and he's a pretty fantastic companion. He doesn't get on with many of our people though, but it's okay. I'm actually going to speak to Frederick now, and we're going to ask him. Yes, he's gonna be the one to go off now and spend however many weeks away, and yeah, hopefully that's gonna turn a positive result. And Seven Cross Keep is still absolutely fine, by the way. Ooh, we're gonna do battle with this guy. He's trying to be a little bit sneaky, but our spotting skill just managed to catch him on the outskirts there, and we're gonna try and hunt him down, because he is not allowed in this territory. He should get back to his own home territory and stop bothering our villagers. Thank you very much. So, who in the seven hells are you? Well, he should know who we are, surely. Well, he doesn't really like us, as you can plainly see. Anyway, 179 versus 44. I think we can see where this is going. I'm actually just going to charge straight on in here. I want to get this battle done quick, because we want to go over to Baron Godric. Who knows whether he's already entered the siege battle that is currently going on. I'm gonna die right here, because, you know, it's all according to plan. Nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing to worry about. It's just to lull the enemy into a full sense of security, you know. I absolutely intended to do that. I just didn't mention it because it was a very, very secret plan. And, you know, against someone such as, you know, what's his name now? Whoever this guy is, he's obviously an absolute criminal, strategic mastermind, and he planned my demise way ahead of time. So I could not have known that was going to happen, even though it was part of my plan as well. So yes, if that wasn't confusing, then I don't know what was, or what is, but yeah, there you go. We're absolutely fine, because I'm actually not dead. It was just a body double. You know, it was just a body double. My actual body is way back at the camp, just lazing around. That's what's going on. There you go. Alright, so yes, yeah, we're just going to skim over the casualties. That's not actually Lord Beartild, it's Lord Beartild. Yes, there we go. That was easy enough. Very smooth. Okay, so otherwise, are we going to take him prisoner? I actually don't know whether we should take him prisoner, because if we take him prisoner, he is going to... he's going to hate us, obviously. We're not going to get any honor from it, but we might be able to complete it. I don't think we have any tasks surrounding prisoners, so I guess I'm just going to let him go, because the honor is going to be much more important in the long run. So we'll just take a little bit of the loot, and oh, he actually does have a couple of people here. Unfortunately, as you can quite clearly see, because Sir Jocelyn came back, we are now in an overabundance of units, so anyone that we potentially can rescue is not going to be rescued nowadays. So that's a bit of a shame, but anyway, let's make our way over to Shieldstorm Keep. I am actually unsure whether it's still under siege. That's a heretic army right there. I'm very pleased that I was able to get out of there before they arrived. Thank you very much. It is still seemingly under siege. Let's see whether we will get there in time. If we don't get there in time, then we'll have to join the siege and actually help out. And I don't actually mind doing that, because I'd like to level up my... Oh my. Are they serious right now? They're seriously doing battle with an army from the Noldor. That is probably not the best idea, is it? No, they are actually doing battle against the Noldor. Right. Well, okay. We have a couple of options here. It's either I go into battle and just auto-resolve the whole way against these Noldor, because we have a significant numbers advantage. I mean, you can see that right there. There's 1,151 Sarleon units, and the Noldor only have 427, so technically it would be pretty easy for us to win that. You know what? I'm just going to think about it for a second, because I don't exactly know what to do here. It's either I just let it play out and just, you know, let the status quo continue, or I try to take advantage of it in some way. Alright, so I've kind of come to the conclusion that we really do need to do something here. We can't just sit idly by and do nothing, so we are going to rush to the aid of Baron Leofric, and we're going to try and do an auto-resolve here to capture as many Noldor as we can get our hands on, and hopefully then be able to release them for a good amount of relation. If we're unable to do that, then I don't exactly know, but we're going to try our best. Oh, look at that. There's the Noldor right there. Anyway, yes, we're going to order our troops to attack with our allies, and we're going to see how this goes. This is... Okay, so now just bear in mind, this is usually how it goes for me. Usually I will lose a whole bunch of really good units, and that's exactly what's happening here. So I'm not entirely sure if I agree with this particular strategy, but you can see already the Noldor have lost 143. We knocked 48 of them unconscious. If we're actually able to take this many prisoner, then I think it could be worth it. Because bear in mind, if we get to 95 relation, we will have the opportunity to acquire the runed plate armor, which will then enable us to upgrade it by going to the mines of Al-Aziz, and we'll be able to upgrade it with a Corliss gem into fantastic armor. And we do need some pretty good armor, so why not? I think that's the best armor in the game as far as I'm aware, so let's continue. I did lose a Noldor, I think 2 Noldor Rangers in the previous auto-resolve, and they're obviously kind of hard to come by, so that's not great, but well, you can see here the enemy only has 157 remaining. Let's just hope that we don't lose any more. We are not losing any more of those. We're losing a Maiden Adventurer, which is a very powerful unit in itself. But to get this kind of result where we are knocking, look at that, 7 Noldor Rangers, 6 Noldor Maiden Rangers, unconscious. That is exactly what we want to have here. So it seems like we're just... Really? 2 Noldor Rangers? You couldn't take anyone else but those Noldor Rangers, huh? Oh yes, of course. Oh well, never mind. But there you go. We did obviously reduce our Noldor relation by 4, but hopefully we are going to get access to the prisoners. Oh, we actually did gain access to a Noldor Spirit Horse, as you can see there, and we also are getting some pretty wonderful stuff like Noldor trade goods, some bent Noldor arrows, which obviously are not that good for me at the moment, because I actually have something a little better than that, but, you know, they're still decent enough loot to take. Yes, and we also do get the opportunity to take them prisoner. Now, bear in mind, of course, considering this was a Noldor army, and I'm talking about one of the biggest ones that you're going to see, they are going to be in possession of quite a few prisoners. So, in general, we should be able to recuperate our losses. Obviously, we're going to be replacing the units that we lost with units that are not exactly great. I mean, you can see here, you know, just Sarleon man-at-arms, nothing extremely fancy, which is kind of unfortunate, and there you go, that's it. That's basically all I could do. I mean, should I have taken these Sarleon armored longbowmen instead of these guys? I don't exactly know. I mean, personally, I feel like the Melatine archers are really, really good, but maybe that's just me. Oh well, never mind. Okay, guess I'm just gonna leave it as it is. I mean, we can always... I mean, there's some Squires of the Lion right there, but they're just squires, not knights of the lion. Are there any knights? Doesn't seem to be. Anyway, let's just take the Noldor prisoner before we leave by mistake. I've done it before. So, yeah, let's just make sure that everything's appropriately done. Oh, there's actually a Seer favorite right there, which would be kind of nice to persuade to join us, perhaps. Okay, well, let's just take the rest. I do know, by the way, that there is a keyboard shortcut to take prisoners immediately and take all of them, but that has crashed my game previously, and so I'm trying to be a little bit careful with it, making sure that that doesn't happen, because obviously we came across a wonderful, wonderful situation here, and I didn't want that to be reset, because obviously I haven't saved since I started the episode. So that is obviously something to be a bit concerned about. Anyway, there you go. Okay, so that's it. That's it. That is pretty fantastic. I'm not going to auto-resolve this over here because I don't think that's really going to result in anything good. So we're just going to now speak to the Noldor Maiden Rangers. Bear in mind that we are going to get honor for releasing the Maiden Rangers as well. So let's actually just take a quick look. I have 70 honor rating at the moment. So let's see how much I am actually going to get in the long run after I've done all of this. Alright, so before we take a look at the results from how much honor we were able to gain from those Noldor prisoners, I'm actually going to attempt to recruit the Seer favorite into our army, because obviously one of our greatest units that we've ever had in this series of Pendor has been a Doom Guide, and Seer favorites level up into Doom Guides. So let's try and see. No one accepts the offer. Really? No one accepts the... Come on. Okay, well that's kind of a shame, isn't it? I was very much hoping that we would potentially be able to. Okay, if you don't back up my authority when I give them an order, this troop will remain an undisciplined rabble. Thanks. Great. That's fantastic. Well, anyway, we do have one more Noldor warrior leveled up into a ranger right there. Kasim did also level up. Miraculously enough. I'm not entirely sure how he was able to level up from the auto-resolve, but there you go, he was. And let's take a look at how much honor we... Yeah, there we go. We gained 9 honor. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, you're not going to get that very easily doing anything else. I mean, yeah, maybe letting a lord go or something along those lines. Probably going to have a pretty good time of things there, but otherwise, let's just wait for the you know, for the Sarleon vassals to be done with attacking 40 Noldor. I mean, it's kind of a bit overkill, isn't it, guys? Come on now. You have, like, what, 1,200 units against 40? Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so we are now going to ask, I wish to marry your daughter, Lady Sonadel. I ask for your blessing. Splendid news, my young man. Ah, I shall be proud to have you in our family. Now let us talk the terms of the marriage. As per our custom, the two of us must make sure that Lady Sonadel has sufficient finances to support herself in the event of any unforeseen circumstances. I would say that, taking into consideration the prestige of our two houses, that you can provide a dower of 18,200, while I will supply a dowry of 2 million, I was going to say, no, 20,000 dinars. This shall be her ladyship's property as a security, lest for any reason you are unable to provide for her. What say you to that? Ah, very well, so let it be. Yes, I'm perfectly fine to spend that. We do have a pretty decent amount of cash at the moment. Splendid! You two may now consider yourselves officially betrothed. Very well. I shall plan to hold a great feast in Kelradan Castle as soon as circumstances permit. We will be sure to notify you when the time comes, or when the day comes even. Alright. So that's fantastic. Very, very good. And yeah, we should be notified. So that's great. So I don't have to do anything else apart from wait now. And speaking of waiting, I'm actually going to see whether they're actually going to head into Shieldstorm Keep relatively soon. Because if they don't head in here soon, I guess I'm just going to leave. And I guess I'll just go over to the Rangers of the Clarion Call and hand in my quest, I suppose. Now, look at this. We're only losing 2,600 dinars, and bear in mind that this week I was able to gain, I think, about 3,000 from loot from the Jatu, so that's pretty good, and I obviously have not sold any of the Noldor loot that I was able to gain from the recent battle, so that's also pretty nice. Otherwise, I guess I'm just going to wait here and see what the Kingdom of Sarleon vassals have in store for Shieldstorm Keep. Wow, alright, so we have a pretty fantastic situation on our hands right here, and I'm actually kind of surprised that this is happening again, because well, let me just run down a little bit of the events that have happened so far. Well, basically what has happened, I went to Laria to get some food, because I actually was running out of food, and I sold a little bit of the Noldor stuff. I gained about 3,800 from that. Then I rushed back to Shieldstorm Keep because I was kind of worried about it, you know. I wanted to make sure that, you know, everyone was, you know, still outside here, or at the very least inside, you know, attempting to siege it, and still nothing had changed. Nothing had changed at all right there. So I thought to myself, okay, well, I'm gonna go away then, and I'm gonna place my prisoners in the garrison at Severn Cross Keep, because it's actually not that far away. And so that's what I've done, and I've now come back, and you can see right here that they're actually embroiled in another battle with the Noldor, which is absolutely insane. Now, what I've also done is I've placed my Noldor in the garrison at Severn Cross Keep, because I wondered if this kind of thing was going to happen again. I didn't actually want to take them into a siege at Shieldstorm Keep. I didn't want to put them on the line, basically. Didn't want to make it so that these Kingdom of Sarleon vassals would have the benefit of the Noldor, and then I would put them on the line for potentially dying. So that's the reason why I've done that, and also it is actually kind of working out really nicely for us now, so that we don't... What? I have to move in to help... Why do I have to move in to help the Noldor? I don't want to do that. Can I not... Why can I not... Oh. Well, that's... Why do I have to help the Noldor? That's kind of weird. Look, it just says... Okay, you know what? Maybe I need to have a couple of Noldor units. I'm going to go to Severn Cross Keep real quick. Alright, so yeah, I've actually tried my best to kind of get this a little bit to work. I don't really understand why it's doing this, to be honest, because I can rush to the aid of the Noldor, but I cannot rush to the aid or attempt to help the Kingdom of Sarleon. It could just be that the Kingdom of Sarleon have way too many people in the battle here. I don't think that's the case personally, but oh my. Alright, so Ithor-Randir, he's respawned already, by the way. I actually saw him running around previously. He actually did scare some of the Sarleon vassals into running away from Shieldstorm Keep at the time. And now they have even more on their hands. So, yeah, that's the thing. I can't really do much. And obviously we're going to start losing units now, so I guess I just have to leave. There's nothing else I can do. I mean, I've shown you, right? You know, this is what happens. Can't do anything else. So I'm not entirely sure why that's happening. Oh, it seems like everyone's scattering around now as well. So I guess I'm just going to leave them to it. And we're going to go over to a tavern here real quick, just to get our morale up if we can. Just a little bit. And I was hopeful that I'd be able to capture more prisoners there. That would have been absolutely fantastic, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so let's improve morale. There we go. There we go. Okay, that should be enough, I think. And we're gonna, well, maybe sell a little bit. Yeah, I guess we'll just sell a couple of these pieces of loot here, and hopefully buy some more. Yeah, they've restocked. That's nice. Okay, fantastic. Alright, so I'm going to go into the castle here. We're just going to hand in the Rangers of the Clarion Call. Actually, you know what? We're not going to hand that in just yet. We're going to hand that in the next episode, because I currently have 108,000 rating, and I can assume that we're probably going to be gaining a huge amount of pretty awesome units from this, and I need to make some space. I think they probably will get added to my army anyway, but I just want to make sure. So yeah, we're gonna hand that in the next episode, and hopefully we'll also receive word that we can marry Lady Sonadel. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.